Coming up on this episode of Winning Bets, we've got $10,000 up for grabs on Saturday's MLB action. Hey, what's up everyone? This is Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. This one takes us back to the Fox Bet Super 6 contest where we were competing on Thursday for a chance to win $10,000. Nobody actually won that. The grouping of the players that did the best was 3 guys, got 5 questions right. So they all got $330. So congratulations to those 3 guys. It's going to be our turn, though, next time, guys. This contest is really tough. This is where they give you 6 games. You got to predict the winner of the game and also the win margin. So that's the reason why nobody won the $10,000 on Thursday. But they come back to us. They're giving us the same games or the same kind of game, same format, same amount of money. It's $10,000. So I've done all the research. So let's jump right on into it and see if we can't cash this time. So the first matchup they've got here is going to be the Astros versus the Angels. That means we've got Greinke up against Canning here in this matchup. Both were roughed up in their opening. Greinke against the Mariners and Canning against the Athletics. Canning faced the Astros last season. He only lasted 1.1 innings, where he walked 6 batters in that. So that just means he had a little bit of a bad control that day, as opposed to the Astros really owning him. It was more just a control issue. Greinke, he's faced the Angels twice last season. He won 11.2 innings. He had 17 hits, 6 walks, and 5 Ks. So the Angels definitely appear to have his number. It does appear, though, Mike Trout is definitely going to be sitting this game out as he's now on the paternity list. So that is one less bat that Greinke has to deal with. The potential here is definitely for the Angels, though, to keep it close, even though Mike Trout, has those, or even though Mike Trout's going to be out, because Greinke's numbers against the Angels aren't really that good. And I think Canning is better than what, obviously he possessed in the opener and stuff. He's just had a little bit of control issue. So I've got this one actually Astros winning the game, but only by 1 run is how I've got that one. The next matchup we've got here is the Red Sox versus the Yankees. This one's going to be Godley versus Tanaka. Tanaka's making his season debut, so we don't really know what we can get from him this season, but we do know his history last season with Boston was not very good at all. All 3 outings were absolutely duds. The longest he lasted in any of those outings was 4 innings, and, he was roughed up. I know they don't have Mookie Betts now in this Red Sox lineup, but the Red Sox see him really well, and they still have a lot of top hitters, even though they don't have Betts. So I wouldn't expect a real great outing here by Tanaka. But the Yankees do have the benefit of that Godley's not very good in his own right. He was good in his debut. He did go, 4. He went 7 Ks and no runs. So give him credit in his opening, start. That was good. But this is the Yankees lineup by far. They tagged him last year. He only pitched 3 innings. They gave up 5 hits and 3 runs. So the Yankees will probably be looking to jump on him again. So I'm going to give the edge to the Yankees here. But again, it's not going to be by much because I think Tanaka will keep this game close. So I've got Yankees winning this game, but only by 2 runs. The next game here is going to be Mets versus the Braves. At the time of doing this recording here and doing the research, the Braves haven't announced the starter for Saturday's game, so that makes it a little tough. We do know the Mets are going to throw Michael Wacha on the mound. Wacha did really good in his debut. He was good for the Cardinals last season. This is a really good, just strong pitcher overall. He did face Atlanta once. He went 5, gave up 4 hits, 4 walks, and only 1 earned run. Like I said, a little bit unknown there with the Braves pitching, but I think the Braves are the better team. They have the better lineup. So even though I don't know who the Braves are going to pitch, I'm going to go with Braves winning this game by 3, and I think maybe a little uncertainty will play into it. If you guys remember, the Yankees in that second game of the year thought they were going to get Strasburg, and all of a sudden they got a new pitcher when Strasburg went down, and that was an advantage to the Nationals, and they ended up winning that game. So a little bit of uncertainty can actually play into the advantage of the team. It's not allowed, I don't think by MLB rules you can't do that, but there's a little uncertainty. I know they're trying to replace Fulte, who they sent down, who they DFA'd, so that's the reason why it is like that, undecided, at least at the moment of doing this recording. So we'll just see what they do. But I've got Braves winning the game by 3 runs. Much better offense there than the Mets, I believe. Next matchup here, we've got Dodgers and Diamondbacks. This one's going to be Urias versus Weaver. Look, Urias is the Dodgers' young pitcher. He's shown, though, over his over his time last year and already this season that he can be really inconsistent. He pitched in shorter roles last year, where this year he's going to be more of a starter each and every time he takes the ball. But against the Giants last year, he went 5 while giving up 5 and giving up 3 walks. Or no, he went 5, gave up 5 hits, 3 walks, and only 1 earned run though. But man, a lot of walks there in 3 innings, or a lot of walks there with 5 hits. So a whip well over 1. So just not a really good start there against the Dodgers. And then the Weaver, he was hit hard by the Padres in his opener and by the Dodgers in his only appearance last season. So, and I mean, who wasn't hit hard by the Dodgers last season? The Dodgers offense is absolutely incredible, and it's also going to be outstanding again this season. So even though Urias is probably going to have his struggles with the Diamondbacks, the fact that the Dodgers have a good offense and they tagged Weaver hard last season, I'm going to go ahead and say the Dodgers win this one by 5. This one's going to be the big one. Dodgers by 5. Next matchup we have here is going to be the Padres and the Cardinals. This is, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, this is it. All right, so the Padres versus the Rockies. Sorry, we got Padres versus the Rockies. Lucchesi, I believe it is, versus Freeland. Lucchesi in 4 starts versus the Rockies last season had 2 good ones and 2 bad ones. He was off to an okay start in his opener. Nothing, you're not going to write home about. So just a ho-hum kind of opener. And like we just said, about 50-50 against the Rockies last year. 2 good, 2 bad. Freeland, he did have a quality start in his opener. And then he had a quality start in his only start last season against the Padres. We know to go quality, it's got to be 3 earned runs or less, and you have to go 6 innings, and he's doing that, at least against the Padres last season. It was deemed a quality start. So I'm going to go ahead, and I actually like the Rockies' bats. They have a lot of hard hitters in that lineup. I think I'm going to lean on Freeland and him having a quality start this season already and a quality start against the Padres last season. So I'm going to say Rockies by 3 is how I got this one. All right, guys, the last matchup is Pirates versus Cubs. This one's going to be Keller versus Chatwood. You got Keller was one inning shy of having a quality start in his debut against the Cardinals. So, at least he's off to a good start. And that was the same with one of his outings last season against the Cubs, while another outing against the Cubs last season was bad. Chatwood had a nice start in his opener against the Brewers. He's mainly used in shorter roles last season, but he did pitch well in his few times he did face the Pirates last season. But this is obviously going to be completely different this time around, as he's going to have to get through that lineup multiple times, as he's going to be the starter as opposed to a reliever. Look, I really like the Cubs bats. Neither of these teams have a good bullpen. Both of them are actually really bad. The Cubs bullpen is actually near the worst in all of Major League Baseball. The Pirates are in the bottom third, at least in all the major categories, where, man, the Cubs bullpen's bad. But you know what? I'm just going to lean on Chatwood. He had a nice start in the opener. He's got some success against the Pirates. I love the Cubs bats. So I'm going to give this one Cubs win by 4 is how I've got that one. All right, guys, so to recap, I'm going Astros win by 1. I'm going Yankees win by 2. I'm going Braves win by 3. I'm going Dodgers win by 5. I'm going Rockies win by 3. And I'm going Cubs win by 4. All right, so there you go. There you have it on the Fox Bet Super 6 contest for a chance to win $10,000 on Saturday. Go ahead, get your picks in. Let's do it. Research is going to pay off one of these times, and you don't want to miss out. All right, guys, I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.